this is kind of how I've separated my bedroom because it is one room. So this is the back of that, which doesn't look great, and I'm still in the works of trying to figure out what I want to do with the back of this to make it look nicer, and I'm limiting it down to maybe hanging up a curtain or something that matches maybe my bedspread or something, and that way, you know, you won't just see the back and it's all boring. For my bedroom, as you could see, it's pretty small. It's pretty much just my bed, and I put this in the corner because, you know, I do have a queen size bed and you don't want that to be in the way. So I figured, you know, with this being in the corner, it's gonna be out of the way, and so this really works out, and I have two different color themes. So definitely I would say the first thing that you need to do when you're designing a room or a studio is to pick a color theme, because you don't want to end up with a whole bunch of different colors, because that's not going to look too good. So in this room I'm working with my lavender and purples, and in this room I'm more working with pinks and blues. And these colors, even though they're different, it all matches together very well. So it doesn't look, because at the end of the day it is one room. So from my bedroom, you know, from my fake bedroom that I've created, you can still see the living room, and then vice versa, you know, from out there you can see my bed. So you do want the colors to be working, and these colors do work. You know, because it is a small room, I do recommend to be using brighter colors and light colors, because the darker you go, it's gonna make the room look smaller and darker, which you don't want. So if these were, for example, you know, like a really dark brown or a black, they probably wouldn't make my place look as bright and big, because it would just make it look darker and smaller. And then moving on, I put my vanity set for my makeup, because obviously I needed a place for that as well. And I have a whole video on this vanity set if you wanted to know where I got certain pieces or anything like that. But, you know, I placed this under the window because it's always nice to do makeup right under natural light to see how it's really going to come out. So I get a lot of natural light in here. So that works out. And, yeah, this vanity was, you know, I put this together myself, so you can go see the video if you're interested in any of the things that you see on here. But just to keep with my purple, you know, I did keep, you know, as you can see, we're working with a lot of purple here to tie it in, to show that it does go with the actual, you know, bedroom part of the place. So, you know, and just little decorations here and there. But as you could see, I'm not really wasting any space that I have, but I also don't want it to look cluttered. So one good thing to do is, like, if you need fans or heaters, I love these kind of tall but skinny, this is actually a heater, but I have one just like it in a fan as well. And these are great because they don't take up a lot of room. They're not the old traditional round big ones. So they really don't take up a lot of room, and they're portable, so I can move them, you know, any which way that I need to. They're very easily portable. For additional storage, I love my bed because it does give a good lift to it, the frame that I have underneath it. So this is also good for storage. You know, you can just see how much stuff I have underneath here that I don't have to see on a regular basis, because that would make it look very clutter, like a lot of clutter. But, you know, this way it's really great. And I'll just show you this one box, and you can get these boxes pretty much from anywhere. I think I got this from the Container Store, but, you know, it's just a lot of stuff in here, and it just fits perfectly. It's still, you know, compact, put into one of these boxes, but just for random things like papers, candles, jewelry, things that I'm not using daily, I just put in here, and it's really easy because I just slide it back under the bed. Under the bed is always great storage, so do try to make sure that your frame allows you to pack under your bed, because that is going to give you additional storage. This is the kitchen, and again, this is a very small kitchen. Nothing is built in except for that little tiny refrigerator, and I do have a bigger one downstairs in the garage, so that works. You know, it's a little back and forth, up and down the stairs, but that's okay. The things that I need on a regular basis are in the little one. But there is no stove or anything like that, so I kind of had to put my own things together here to be able to cook still in this kitchen that I like to do. you know, so what I had to do here is set up little stations for myself. And, you know, for example, this station right here, I drink a lot of tea, so this is a great, you know, this is like my little station where I have everything, you know, from my little teacups to honey to the actual teapot. And because I don't have a regular stove, these electric plug-in teapots are great. They warm up the water very, very quickly, and I can just have it in this one spot and not have to worry about, you know, warming it up on a stove or anything like that. So if you're a tea drinker in general, I think something like this would really work for you if you are in a studio. And then moving on, you know, this is obviously where I do my dishes and things. So this is just a dripper that I put in this area, and these are great because I don't have a double sink, so those really do help in that area. And as I said, I don't have a stove, so this is pretty much my stove, this little conventional oven that I have here, this little toaster oven. And you know, this works out. This does make, you know, for just for myself, it's a perfect size. Obviously, I don't have to cook for a whole family or big meals, so this stove does work out, and it works just like a stove. You can bake things in it and everything else. It's just your portions are going to be small, so you're going to end up using smaller pans such as this one that fits into it. And you know, you can't cook a large pizza in here, obviously, so but it does work, so it's great. And then, you know, just moving on, my little blending section, and then this is actually where I do my cooking. And I got one of these plug-in electric, I don't even know what these things are called, but pretty much, you know, you cook on these, and these work great. They just go, you go ahead and plug them in the wall, and they do work like a stove. So, you know, that works. They have little things for high, medium, low. So, yeah, it's, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do when you're small on spacing, and when you live in a studio. A lot of studios won't have these general things built in, so you gotta just figure it out how you're gonna make it work. Sorry guys, but with my luck, my camera got full and the whole thing shut down on me. Anyways, I think this is where we left off. So one of these spice racks will be great for, you know, to have all your seasoning if you're into cooking. And I'm not a big cook or anything like that, but this little spice rack does help when I do put occasional meals together that I cook. So it has a good variety, I think about 24, 25 spices, which is more than enough for me. And these little plastic things I got from IKEA as well, and these were like one of the cheapest ones that they had. I think they're like, I think the little ones are like $1.99 a piece, and they're just small for smaller things. Like I have dried apricots in here, for example. And then the medium ones, I think they're $2.99. And these are just so great because, you know, I don't have a lot of storage. That's the thing. Like, this is what I have, but with just the pots and pans I have, and just, you know, other storage stuff, cups, and just, you know, like other things that I have, they really do get full. I do like tea, so this is kind of like where I keep my tea collection, you know, in these two drawers, and it, you know, it works out perfect for those. But yeah, I mean, I'm limited on storage. Oh, as well, so these also come in a larger size, so I do keep my cereals in those larger size. I can see them, and they're nicely organized, and they are airtight, so I don't have to worry about dust, bugs, or anything like that. So I love these little storage thingies that IKEA came out with, and you know, they're not like 10 bucks a piece because I needed a few, and some of them are really out there, but these were just perfect. And then this is kind of like my little cutting board area. You know, I can, you know, I got this little knife set as well from IKEA. I know I got a lot of stuff from IKEA, but they have great prices. I think this was under $10. It has all your different size knives and stuff, all compact in one unit, so it's not, you know, taking up too much space. I'm full of stuff, so I had to come up with ways for storage, but I didn't want it to make it look cluttered in any way. So this really did work out. And even for the trash can, I went to get, you know, you want a trash can, something that is, you know, tall and it's not really in the way. So you do want to look for things like that, because remember, you are working with a small space, so you know, anything compact that you're able to use, and try not to get things that are pretty much useless. You know, try to get things that you can get double the use out of, because storage is going to be a big thing. So these work out, for example, for me, because they're great for storing my food, but then they're also stylish just having them sit out that way. So you do want to look for things like that, because you won't be able to put everything away like you would in a regular one bedroom or something like that. So that pretty much does it for my kitchen. And then now we're going to move on to my bathroom.